Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the channel. And if you're new here, this is Player One of Lagos. My name is Anthony, and I'm the visionary behind InstaVR Game Cafe. InstaVR Game Cafe, like you all know, is where we come to have a lot of digital fun, a lot of entertainment, where we come to socialize and where we come to play and interact with different kind of electronic esports games. Basically, we have the console games, we have the indoor games, and most of all, we have our virtual reality experience center. So, what I want to talk about today is something quite huge. It's something I've been planning for a while, and it's about our expansion. We are looking at, taking this business to the next level. It's going to be something unique, it's going to be something special, and it's going to be something that I've always wanted to do. For the past couple of years, I have learned a lot from this business. I have seen the changes and the improvements, and I have seen the growth of the business. I have seen the innovations that it has brought, and I have seen all the knowledge it has taught me. And what I want to do is, as a result of this expansion is something I've always thought of, and it's something I know that I cannot do alone. For the past couple of years, I've worked practically alone financially, but I've tapped a lot of ideas from professionals in this industry, especially here in Nigeria. I've tapped a lot from them, and I've also tapped a lot from my friends overseas. They have a lot of YouTube channels where I watch almost every day, and I learn about this gaming business. I learn a lot about the game itself. I learn a lot about the operations, what it takes to run a business, and I also learn about the technicalities involved behind running, a gaming outlet. So I've put all this together, and now what I want to do is expand into something bigger, into something better. I want to take this business to the next level, and this is why I am opening my business up to investors. Yes, I am welcoming collaboration and investment opportunities for those of you that are interested in participating in the esports business. You see, for a while now, the esports business in Nigeria has always been something very unique, and it's quite a niche. People don't really understand the revenue generating potential of the esports industry, especially in Nigeria. When you create a business case and you have a presentation with investors and you tell them you want to go into the gaming business, there is no zeal. We don't have a lot of techpreneurs in Nigeria, or tech investors that are willing to put their money down. And this has been on for a while, until recently, where there is now a big boom in the market, and we have seen that this gaming, this esport thing, is like the new oil, like some people will call it. It's like the new cash cow. This is where the next level of entertainment is focusing on. Right now, entertainment digitally, esports is now where there's a lot of traction in Nigeria, because esports has always been there. It has always been there in the Western world. I have dedicated myself to learning about esports every day, thanks to the evolution of our data services and internet. Now we have access to a lot of information about the esports technology, about the esports market, about what is happening in this part of the world, esports wise. And now Nigeria has awoken. There's a lot of competitions for esports, there's a lot of events for esports, and a lot of gaming activities. And investors have seen that this is a very viable investment, revenue generating potential, or what have you. So, having started on my own, I I did I did a lot. I did struggle quite a bit, but because of my zeal to really embark upon this kind of business, I saw that the potential the potentials was huge, and we we just jumped into it. When I started way back, as when I decided to take this business from a side hustle to to a proper business venture, I took out all my savings, and I just got an outlet and started. I didn't even have enough money. This was after I've gone to seek for fund. Family, friends, banks. They didn't even want to know what. With my case studies and what I've done in the past, trying to show them how viable this business is. Even showing them, you know, feasibility reports of other international markets, and how this can be very good for the Nigerian market. There's been a lot of this laid back and no, 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 we don't know yet. So I went out on my own. I went out with a couple of millions, bought some gadgets, and got an outlet. After doing my feasibility studies, because I had to really work on where I want to set up and where will be viable for me. So I went out and I set out, and within 3 4 months, I was already raking in a lot of money. I practically almost recovered my capital within 3 to 4 months, and I rolled it back in. However, even when I started big, I had a very major setback, but it didn't even bring me down. I started in 2019, 2020. I got the outlet, I got some equipment, and there was this protest. The NSAS came in. I was in a mall, so they looted the mall, and they looted almost all my equipment. So you can imagine. And I had to start again. At that time I was heartbroken. I was crushed, and I got a lot of help from sympathizers, but I didn't get any kind of funding support because my business was just starting, and the banks were like, you're not even up to 6 months. We don't even know how viable this business is and all. But I mean, with the little I had, guess what? I bought one console, one headset, and I started again because I already rented the space for a year. I was 2 months down. The enters came in, so the mall did not open till about 2 months later. So I was almost 4 months down. But as soon as I started, I just hit the ground running. The business started, customers were coming in, and as I was making the money, I was investing. I was buying equipment. I make this money this week, I ship in a new product. I make this money next week, I buy another console. So that was how I started. And right now, I'm really so happy for where I am. I have 3 branches doing fantastically well, and we are about to move into the next phase. I'll be talking more about this, and I want you to just stay with me, to join me in this journey. I'll be sharing more insights. I will be expanding further on the investment options. I'll be explaining more in more details about my records and where I am now. And I'll really appreciate you come along with me. So thank you so much for this episode. This is the beginning of this talk, and I believe that with more support from you guys, I will be able to make this a reality, especially with this new expansion that is coming up. So, thank you so much for watching. I'm not very, very good in all this YouTube thing, but I believe that a starting point is a starting point, and I've started and I'm not going back, and I'll continue as long as I keep getting your support. So I want to thank you so much, and I'll see you in my next episode. Thank you so much, and bye for now.